All right, so my name is Caroline Miller, and I have decided to do a somewhat YouTube platform to talk about a bunch of things that I've wanted to start a channel for a while, but I haven't decided to do it until now because it had been a part of a goal for me last New Year's Eve actually, and last Christmas. But the career that I have can quickly become all-consuming, and so I've put it off until now. So I wanted to do a video about my no-buy year. So I've been seeing a lot of other influencers and people talk about why they choose to do a no-buy year, meaning they set a limit on what they purchase and their overall shopping is limited. So I've decided to do a no-buy year because I am currently in debt as as a student. I have student loan debt, I have car debt, and I'm really determined to pay off this debt and to have more of a sense of control over my life and my lifestyle. I also want to know exactly where my money is going every time that an expense is taken, because I tend to have a very common feeling of my money is controlling me instead of me controlling my money. So that is why I'm choosing this year. I actually technically started in October, but I didn't count some of the holiday season, and I'll get into that in a minute. So what is included in my no-buy year? This includes new hair products, new makeup, jewelry. So anything that's like what I would consider a treat for myself, I actually want it to become a treat again instead of an expectation. So again, that goes back to like new makeup. I'm fresh faced today. I don't really wear makeup that often. I probably wear it maybe like every time I go out of town, every time I see family, whatever. But as an educator, I don't wear makeup every single day. It's not necessarily a priority, but a big priority of mine is skincare though. So, that doesn't include facials and things like that of what I call maintenance for myself. So anything that is maintenance, like facials, going to the dentist, your typical hygiene, that also includes like haircuts, trims, things like that, of maintaining proper health and hygiene and keeping myself still as a priority, right? So little things like that I consider maintenance, and I do budget for that. So these no buys are like frivolous things like, okay, I saw a YouTuber review this new hair product and my hair is somewhat wavy, curly. It's like in this weird in between. And I like to try new hair products. I became obsessed with some of these influencers, and like, I love them and I love their recommendations, but my bank does not. So I need to, stick with a product that I know works well for me, whether it's skincare, hair care, body care too, that, and I also get a lot of gifts of body care, like lotions and things. So I don't necessarily need to go out and purchase those things separately. As I mentioned earlier, I did technically start in October. I wanted to start and kind of softly lead my way into it without getting too upset over spending on things like holiday gifts, like for Christmas. So I did end up buying, gifts for other people. I don't really count that because it's a no-buy year for me, not a no-buy year for them. So that I'm definitely going to continue maneuvering through holidays, birthdays, anniversaries, whatever. So then I can have some wiggle room. How long will it last? It will last through October of 2023. So I technically started in October of 2022, was very strict about my budgeting, and I've actually been able to save some money, which is like earth-shattering for me because I'm so used to the money coming in and going directly out. Never it actually just sitting and collecting and going into my savings. So this is a pretty big deal that I'm at this point in just 3 months of being able to save and have $1,000 in my savings, which I will talk about in my next video of what financial plan I've been using and what has been working for me. So I am also going to be doing a 3-month check-in. So technically this would be month 3 because it's about to start January. But I'm also going to do another check-in in March of how much am I saving, how much am I really putting away, how much is really contributing to my debt, and how well I'm doing with my no-buy. Because I will say though, after getting some gift cards, I very quickly spent them because I have been practicing a no-buy year for about 3 months now, and I was not spending anything that I didn't have already in like gift cards already accessible to me. So I did get a gift card to like Amazon, which I love because I always have a wish list up on Amazon that I still fill, because that helps me give the sense that, okay, eventually I will be able to purchase this item, maybe not right now, but maybe my future self who feels more financially secure can purchase something. Maybe it's a bigger item. It could be like a dresser or a shirt or, you know, something that I've wanted for a while, that I've definitely been collecting on a wish list since even October when I first started. So then instead of me trying to fill that immediate sense of purchase and buy now and ownership now, I've been able to kind of sit on items and realize more that I'm allowed to ask for gifts of those specific items instead of always trying to be independent and buy them for myself. So I think that's also something a little bit deeper of a perspective, because I want to feel independent. I want to be able to buy things for myself and feel like I can take care of myself. But I think also taking a step back, realizing that I don't always have to purchase everything immediately that I want. The purchase that I make are not always going to improve my life the way that I think it will. Because sometimes for example, as an educator, I have a huge wish list on Amazon of classroom supplies that I need to improve my classroom, to improve my learning environment, and to keep my environment interesting. And I like to change up my lesson plans and keep it warm and inviting. So I will always have a running wish list for my classroom, and I will always have a running personal wish list of things that I want to upgrade or purchase in the long run. But I think in these 3 months, I've learned that the item that I buy does not necessarily make my life or my independence more valuable. It doesn't make me more valuable either. So like, for example, this shirt was a gift. I love it. It's super comfortable. I would never have bought it for myself. But giving the space for someone else to think of me and buy something for me, instead of me having to constantly feel like I need to always supply for myself in every way, whether that be financial, gift giving, clothes, furniture, whatever. I'm finally starting to take a step back and realize that it's okay to ask for things. I guess I just, as I got into adulthood, I was like, okay, independence means never asking for anything. But I'm reminding myself that it's good to ask for help. So I'm gonna pause here because that was a lot already. But I will be updating how my no-buy year has gone, how it will be in March. I'll do another one in June, and probably another one in September, October, like when it's about to be completed, just to see where I'm at. So if you want to follow along with me, I would really appreciate that. But I want to be very transparent that this is definitely a video and kind of like a blog space for me to see my progress, because as a side note, it's really easy to get lost in the right now. What do I not have right now? What do I need right now? What do I want to see for myself in my lifetime and in my career? And I want to be able to go back and catalog and see, okay, I was doing really well at this point, or I was going through a tough time, but it made me a better person. So, and I think I would have actually been able to use that and learn from that if I had started doing this a year ago, and actually be able to really appreciate the progress that I've made, career-wise, financial-wise, physical-wise, right? Of just like overall health and wellness. So, if you would like to, please follow along, and I hope you get something out of this as much as you possibly can. So it's nice to meet you all, and please feel free to share, comment, you know, whatever the people do on YouTube. I don't really know, so, but I'm figuring it out. It'll be fine. All right, bye.